Welcome to Monkey Physics IIT JEE NEET Foundations.
Yeah. So the next point is it's like next example. It's a drop from some height. Now t equivalent to 1 second it has fallen h1 depth. T equivalent to 2 seconds it has fallen the depth h2. T equivalent to 3 seconds it has fallen the depth h3. Now they are asking what is the ratio of h1 is to h2 is to h3. This is the question. Now how the description is, now if object is dropped from some height, what is the ratio of the depths fallen in 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds and so on, and that is the question. Okay, now we all know h is equivalent to, we know half g t square, isn't it? And where is that ut plus half at square formula, right? So ut, initial velocity, drop means initial velocity is 0. So h is equivalent to half gt square. Depth fallen is directly proportional to t square because these two are constants, right? G by 2 is a constant. Now what is the ratio then? h1 is to h2 is to h3 and so on. Now you can write it as 1 square is to 2 square is to 3 square and so on. So this must be 1 is to 4 is to 9 and so on. Therefore, this is the conclusion. What is that conclusion? When the object is dropped from some height, the ratio of the depths it fallen in 1 second, 2 second, 3 second and so on is equivalent to the ratio of the squares of the integers. So squares of the integers. Now next example. Now in this case, if it is dropped, Now in time t, it has covered depth h. We can represent this with small h. So when it is dropped from height h, it takes time t to reach the ground. Now the question is, if it is h by 2, half of the depth it covers, then in that case what is the time taken? Hope the description is clear, right? Object is dropped from some height, it takes time to reach the ground. Then if what is the time taken to fall the half of the total height? Now in that case it should not be the t by 2. Why? Because the relation between the depth fallen and the time is not linear. It is a square term, it's not non-linear, right? So what do? We know clearly h is equivalent to half gt square and h is proportional to t square, right? Then how do you write this? T is proportional to root h. Square root on both sides, root h is proportional to t, so t is proportional to root h. Then how do you write this? t1 by t2 is equivalent to root h1 by root h2, right? And we know this time. Let me take this time, total time is t1 and total depth is h, then this time is t2 and this depth is h by 2. Then what is t2? So expression for t2, cross multiplication root over h2 by h1 into t1. Now root over h2 by h1 into t1, right? So therefore t2 is equivalent to root over h2. Second case now, how much is that? h by 2 upon, what is the first case? Depth is h into, what is the time? T, right? Then t2 is equivalent to, look at here, it's a t by root 2 because root h getting cancelled and 1 by root is left over. So therefore t is equivalent to t by root 2. Now we can connect this with some numerical approach. What is that numerical approach? Let me take here. So how we are going to take here? Now this is the object we are going to take. It's a drop here and here it reaches, I'm going to take how much? It's a t equivalent to 5 seconds or t equivalent to 4 seconds. Let me take drop from some height and it takes time t equivalent to 4 seconds to reach the ground. And we all know clearly how much depth it falls in 4 seconds by using this formula. This formula is nothing but 5t square, na? So t is given as 4. Hope you are following this. 4 square, 16 into 5, 80. So how much is this height? 80 meters. Now they are asking us to find out time taken to fall the depth of 40 meters. So to fall a depth of 40 meters, how much time it takes? Now we all know clearly t2 is equivalent to, what is the formula? It's a t by root 2 because the depth fallen we are taking half of the total height, na? So here also total height is 80 meters and we are asking the time taken to fall the only 40 meters. So half of this total height is given. Then what is the time here? Time is nothing but total time by root 2, isn't it? So T2 is equivalent to what is the total time? 4 by root 2. So what happened here? T2 is equivalent to, this is nothing but 2 root 2 seconds. So this is the time taken for the first half of the journey. Okay. Yeah. So one thing we should be clear here. Total time taken is 4 seconds. Half of the height is 40 meters. What is half of the time? 4 seconds. Now 4 seconds, half of the time is 2 seconds. But in 2 seconds, it's not falling like half of the distance. Because first half of the distance takes more than 2 seconds. And the next half of the distance, it is taking less than 2 seconds. Why? Because total 4 seconds. And for this part is more than 2 seconds, means this is less than 2 seconds. So why it is happening? It's nothing but the object while it is falling down, time goes on, it is moving faster and faster. So next second half of the journey it covers in a less time compared to the first half of the journey. So that point we should keep it in our mind. Okay, thank you.